Welcome to Vocabulary Chapter 7 video tutorial. So we will begin with Chapter 7. So we begin with vocab word number 1, bolster. And so it says here, when Yoko was in the hospital, visits from friends bolstered her spirits. So, bolster. Well, let's look at the context of it. If you're in the hospital, or loved ones in a hospital, most likely it's not going to be a joyous and happy visit or stay. So when you have friends or family come, you're going to feel happy. So most likely he bolstered her spirits. So what did it do to her spirits? A, reach, B, replace, or C, support? The correct answer is, yes, C, support. Number 2, depreciate. The property depreciated when the city built a sewage plant nearby. So if we look at the prefix D, the DE, the prefix D means usually less, or to make less, away. So D means to make something less. So if we look at A, B, and C choices, B is the only one that has less in it. So, and then we look at the context of it, and we look at the property. So if you have like a home or some kind of property that's next to, let's say, a sewage plant, which again, you think of sewage, it just smells, it just permeates, just this odor. That's not going to make someone want to hurry up and buy something or pay top dollar. So depreciate most likely is going to mean B, become less valuable. 3, indiscriminate. Some people end up hopelessly in debt because of indiscriminate spending. So be selective about what and how much you buy. So we have the word indiscriminate. In means not discriminate. When you are discriminate, you are picking or being picky or choosy about what you do or associate with, what you eat, and so on. So they have an opposite word there, selective. Okay, so indiscriminate is the opposite of selective. When you're selective, you're being discriminate. So indiscriminate is most likely going to mean, yes, C, not selective. 4, inquisitive. So inquisitive students usually do better than those who are less curious and less eager to learn. So when you think of inquisitive, you think of another word, inquire. And when you're inquiring, you are asking questions. So and it says here, less curious. So when you're curious, you're going to, again, ask questions. So inquisitive means, yes, C, questioning. 5, nebulous. A good essay cannot be nebulous, the English instructor explained. It must contain sharp, precise details. So a good essay cannot be nebulous. It has to be sharp, precise, and detailed. So the opposite. So if you're not sharp, precise, most likely you are going to be, yes, A, indefinite, B, long, or C, specific. Correct answer is, yes, A, indefinite. So you're unclear. 6, relegate. When we have overnight guests, my parents give me my room and relegate me to a cot in the attic. So the polite thing would be, you have guests come over and you give up maybe your room, and so you're relegated to a cot in the attic. So you're placed somewhere in the attic. So you are most likely A, send, B, punish, or C, reward. Correct answer is A, send. 7, replete. The show was replete with dazzling effects, including gorgeous scenery, glittering costumes, dramatic lighting, and thrilling music. So replete means, so the show was replete with dazzling effects, including, so when we think of replete, there are these dazzling effects with the gorgeous scenery, so it's all these things. So replete most likely means, yes, filled. B. 8, sedentary. So people in sedentary occupations, such as bus drivers and writers, need to make a special effort to exercise. So when you think of sedentary, bus drivers, what are they doing? They're sitting. Writers, well, most of the time you're either standing or sitting in order to write or type or do anything like that. So they have to make an effort to exercise and be active. So most likely, sedentary means, yes, involving much sitting. 9, tenant. This world might be a paradise if everyone lived by such tenets as never cause suffering. So, a tenet must mean, yes, a principle. And 10, terse. I was hurt by Roberto's terse response to my invitation. All he said was, no thanks. So it's very short, no thanks. He doesn't want to go. So terse means, yes, see, sure. So that brings us to the end to chapter 7, vocabulary video tutorial. And please look out for chapter 8.